I used to think that love was just biology and emotion, an island of bliss in sorrow's infinite ocean, existing apart, locked deep in each lover's heart. But love is greater than he or she. Love's the beat of God's heart. When you fall in love, you change the world, you change everything. Sun, moon, galaxies are created. Your genes are mutated when you fall in love. When you kiss your love, you kiss the world, you kiss everything. Subatomic particles start to tingle, space and time mingle when you fall in love. Love's eternal, is what it is, was what it was, and it shall be infinitely love forever, ever and ever. Transcendental, love's all the all, it's wall to wall, and it's you and me. When you're making love, you lose the world, you lose everything. Two turn into one, and then nothing. It's kind of a quantum thing, this falling in love. Okay, that's a Saturday morning cartoon. That's enough cartoon for today. I got out the old Larrivee. Okay, this actually is my favorite guitar. It's a Larrivee OM03, a Jean Larrivee, made on Halloween. I've got the whole history of its manufacture. Many years ago, well, 10 or so years ago. Hey, believe it or not, I have at least a token excuse for getting out my guitar and shamelessly singing for you this morning. Incidentally, that's When You Fall in Love. That's one of my songs. Okay, but I wanted to talk about the Holy Guardian Angel today, and just a couple little things, and the whole thing is really wrapped up with that idea of when you fall in love, you change everything. Okay, it's a bell. It's a bell that rings in every quadrant of the cosmos. Now, you've heard people describe great enlightenments, okay, great illuminations, an example would be when Buddha gained full enlightenment. It was like a bell. It was like a bell. It was a cosmic synchronization. It was a bell that rang through every subatomic particle and galaxies in the cosmos. It was a universal cosmic event. And it's really hard to wrap our brains around that. But it changes everything in some subtle way, okay? That's what, when you go up on a tree, see if I got a tree of life here. When you move from 4 to 3, it's a bell that rings everywhere. And move from 3 to 2, it's literally, it's a vibration, it's a word, okay, that vibrates throughout. It filters down through the rest of the tree of life too. When you fall in love, it's one of those bells that rings. It was just one of those things. But every cliche of love songs are true. Cliches are easy to write because they're so self-evident that every songwriter in the world can't help but hear that echo and just jot it off. Holy Guardian Angel is sort of like that. Now, most of us get our introduction to the concept of the Holy Guardian Angel from, young Catholic children, or at least they used to hear about the Holy Guardian Angel every night before they went to bed. Constance says every little Catholic child knows all about the Holy Guardian Angel, not only believes in the Holy Guardian Angel, but just knows flat out true that each of us have a Holy Guardian Angel. But also in the more mature, if that's the word to use, hermetics and esoteric concepts, Holy Guardian Angel is a real live thing. In one way of looking at it is a level of consciousness, but so is absolutely everything else. So don't accuse me of saying, oh, it's not objective. No, all objective, everything is a level of consciousness, is an aspect of consciousness. And in over the years, I've gotten lots of letters and inquiries about suggestions and advice toward, well, what do I do to better get my own Holy Guardian Angel? And lots of people turn to the Sacred Magic of Abramelin, the Mage, okay, or the Book of Abramelin, which is outlines an 18-month magical ceremony for you to get your Holy Guardian Angel. And Aleister Crowley did a condensed version of that in his masterpiece, Ritual Meditation of Liber Samic. And all of that's very good. It's all fine and good. But many of the questions I get are asked from a point of view like this is some kind of objective thing, and like a cartoon character of the Holy Guardian Angel appears, and we fly off and for some celestial orgy or something like that. And that's not saying that it can't happen like that to you, but I try to answer the question when people email me that, or at least I did, and I collected a lot of those questions and my answers to them in this book from my good friends, my first publisher, actually, New Falcon Publications. It's called Ask Babylon. Now, this isn't one of my, best-selling books, or the sexiest of my titles, and it's one that you probably see is in my library of stuff, and probably haven't even considered reading yourself. But please do look it up. I think it's still on Amazon. Constance painted the cover of it there. There's my turban there. You can see a stylized Babylon turban and stuff like that. And there's my coffee and my glasses and my pillow I sit on and my computer there. But anyway, think about getting this book. Ask Babylon, Answers to Questions of Life and Magic. And and it's got, speaking of Saturday morning cartoons, it's filled with my little drawings. Will somebody please give me a push? Okay, let's see. And, I put a... I got other cartoons in here too. That one. But this is about the Holy Guardian Angel. I'm only going to read two of the... I'm not going to read the questions. Okay. I'm just going to read the answers because they all concern how do I get my Holy Guardian Angel. Knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel is a level of consciousness. The straightest path to the HGA is devotion. If you can fall completely and helplessly in love with God, you are there. See why I sang that song? If this means you find yourself in a loincloth, jumping up and down on the street corner, blissfully singing Hare Krishna or Hare Krole, then so be it. It won't matter to you because you and the beloved will be joined in ecstatic union. Two turn into one, and then nothing. If, however, you feel in your heart of hearts, and that's where the Holy Guardian Angel lives, that you still have some mission to accomplish in this incarnation before hopping on the train and taking the straightest path to bliss land, then you should start shopping around to see what your mission is and customize your devotional quest for the angel in order to harmonize and manifest your life's mission or your will. Thelema is just a path that recognizes the formula and dynamics of the quest as they generally manifest during this current phase of humanity's consciousness. Thelema provides a certain vocabulary of terms that describe universal concepts that could just as easily be labeled something else. But one does not have to adopt or embrace the thelemic terms in order to utilize the formulae. Am I making sense? Thelema is bigger than the techniques and religious forms. You don't have to use the techniques and religious forms of Thelema, as you see them practiced today, in order to utilize the thelemic formula to discover and do your will or gain knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, or cross the abyss, or dissolve into Godhead. trust your instincts on this matter. Chances are your instincts are the voice of your holy guardian angel talking to you right now. Okay, and there's several others here, but I want to read just one more. One was a very interesting one about a man who is currently in prison, getting ready to transition out. And that was an interesting letter too, but we'll do that another time. Knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel is a love thing. Work on developing the ability to fall hopelessly, blissfully, passionately in love with God, or whatever your object of supreme divinity is. Each of us is already trying to mate with our holy guardian angel every time we fall in love with someone or something. It's not really the person or the object of our devotion we're falling in love with. We're falling in love with a perfected ideal, something that no person or thing could in reality ever live up to. That ideal is the angel. That perfected ideal is really us, a fact that we'll discover when we and the angel are united. Until then, we're already well armed with the only tool we need to lure the angel to us. Intense, insane, romantic naivete, a devotion so consuming it would embarrass us to death if we weren't so blinded by love. P.S. If we weren't so impatient to run, we would never learn to stand and walk. Because the person was talking about them being impatient. He also asked what my definition of an adept was. My definition of an adept is a person who is always in over his head and loves it. It always seems like you're standing in the middle of things. There is no shallow end of the pool. Gee, I should write fortune cookies, I mentioned. Okay. Finally, one more, sorry. And this is the man in prison. No, I don't think that the solitude thing is absolutely necessary unless one is going for the full 18-month, by the book, pray until you go crazy, and then go get totally blissed out, and then drooling in love with the HGA that the rest of your life can go to hell because it's all meaningless anyway compared to the love of the HGA operation. Now, you can see that in print with all that string of hyphenated words, and it might make more sense. So I'm going to kind of repeat that because I'm kind of proud of that. Solitude isn't necessary unless you're going for that full 18-month Book of Abramelin operation. But I call it the by the book, pray till you go crazy and get so totally blissed out and drooling in love with the HGA that the rest of your life can go to hell because it's all meaningless anyway compared to the love of the HGA operation. then solitude is probably a good idea. Otherwise, you got a life to lead. Responsibilities to yourselves and others, your karma and inherited destiny have already presented you with those challenges. You do the work however you can, when you can, and if you can. Keeping focused is the key. When you are truly focused, the work does you. I'm going to repeat that fortune cookie. When you're truly focused, the work does you. I hope this has been helpful, Babylon. So there you have Saturday morning cartoons, complete with a serenade. I'll see you tomorrow for Sunday school. We'll try to do something goofy for tomorrow too. Until then, continue to be good to yourself, be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love's the law, love under will.